What's up, people? Um, we'll be checking out a video by the channel Steven Seagal, man. By the channel Steven Seagal or Seagull, Steven Seagull. This is Camptown Relapsing, man. Camptown Relapsing, man. I wonder if the guys have dealt with this kind of stuff, alcoholism, addiction, that kind of shit, man. Relaxing is when you're trying to recover, trying to stop, trying to get your shit together, and then something happens and you go back to the drink or to whatever substance or whatever, man. But I don't think it's just a term that only applies to drugs. You can be just trying to quit something, not necessarily drugs, and then when you go back, it's relapsing, man. It sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks just trying to quit something and then just tripping up along the way, man, and going back to zero and stuff. It sucks. It sucks. I wonder if the guys have dealt with this kind of thing, man. I wonder. But let's listen to the video. Let's check out the video. Probably, I think it'll be mostly just audio, no visuals. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's jump into the video. Let's see what the guys have for us, man. I'm curious to hear what they say about this, man. Curious. Without further ado, man, let's check it out. Check out my Patreon. Become a member of the channel, man. Support your boy. That said, let's jump into the video. Let's see what they have for us, man. Let's go.
It was funny we were talking about like sobriety earlier. And like
I love that there's gameplay, man. Gameplay to watch while listening. Thank you, Steven Seagal, for this, man.
it was funny we were talking about like sobriety earlier, and like like people that like the point of entry for being like a sober person is just that you stopped drinking. But like when we talk to Ian and shit, and to say I'm an alcoholic and compare the things I've done to what Ian is. We have this buddy Ian, and I like the first time I like hung out with him, he was like, we started talking about being sober, and he's like, yeah, which I don't do. I'm not like I'm like a sober guy. It just happened to come up, and he's like, yeah, I'm sober too. I got like a month and a half. Yeah. Wait, he's from Delaware, so
okay.
Just total trash.
Love Delaware.
Horrible, dumb hair, bad teeth. Looks stupid as shit.
Like
Honestly, New York?
He looks like a cracked out Paul Giamatti. He's like, I've got like a month and a half. I'm sober now, and he's like, I was like, he was like, but I was sober for a while before that, and I was like, what happened? And he's like, I was just in the airport bar and I was bored and I like had a beer, and then and then like 2 weeks later I was trying to buy crack in a nightclub and I got robbed, and I was drinking like fucking he like
hand sanitizer in a bus station.
He's drinking hand sanitizer in a bus station. I was like, what the fuck?
Like it wasn't 2 weeks. It was that same trip.
Yeah.
I wish, like, because when I was a real drinker in college, like I would black out and wake up in jail, or just like, like one time I woke up at a house party in Lake Tahoe and I had broken the toilet. With
karate?
Like, I don't know, but I was sitting in water and I woke up and the toilet, like the ceramic bowl was broken in half. Nice. And I was like, and I just left.
Yeah.
And it was like it was snowing outside. I was like in a t-shirt, but I was like, it's better than dealing with whatever I did. Like, that's how I used to drink, but I never did like that crazy. Like, I had some crazy shit happen in like Central America, but it was never like,
oh shit.
I did smoke crack.
So you were in the CIA.
Oh, nice.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. I killed that guy.
You ran the School of Americas.
The guy who invented Norton software.
Yeah, McAfee.
McAfee. I killed
John
him.
McAfee.
Yeah.
Dude, when did you smoke crack?
In we were on this island called
Belize, Dad.
You better Belize it.
Blue streak.
Belize is super fucked up. Belize,
is it?
Yeah, it's like a war. Like Belize City, like is where you fly in, and then you go to a cruise ship or one of these islands that are just basically like barrier islands, like really thin strips of sand that are built on the coral bed. Well, they're natural, but like Belize City is like they got cable in Belize, and everybody just saw gangster rap, and it's like Jamaica. It's like everybody's
really?
like, yeah, people kill each other all the time,
goddamn.
and like there's guns everywhere.
Why were you in Belize? Just
Because it's right
vacay?
next to Guatemala, and I was doing like a language program in
And
Guatemala.
basically, that's what we want to create with the DSA. It's
Yeah.
a situation like that, but with only white.
But
people.
Belize is super weird because it's an English colony, so they got like Indian people, Chinese people, people that like descended from African slaves that literally escaped off the boat. They like jumped off slave ships and then like hid in the jungle. They're called Garifuna. And then Mayan people, which are like the people who live there, and then Amish people randomly. There's hella Amish people.
Really?
Yeah, that came from like
Whoa,
Canada
Belize
and
sounds
Ohio.
So it's like an experiment in diversity, and it's completely failed.
It's what Breitbart
That's
bases
interesting.
their
Yeah, it's very interesting.
every asterisk in a Breitbart article just leads to Belize. No, but it's like it's bizarre because like if you go to Belize City, like you can't walk around at night.
Yeah.
El Salvador is scarier.
Yeah, but you can go
'cause,
parts of Los Angeles. You can't walk around it.
no, but this is different. Like you just get killed. Like in Los Angeles, you get robbed, you might get beat up, but they would just kill. Like life is cheap. It's like Rio, you know, like where like people
The favelas.
yeah, it's that kind of shit. But anyways, we bought some weed from these Rastas on Key Calker.
Hell yeah.
And
Legalize it.
Then the second time they sold us
What's
weed,
Key Calker? An app?
it's an island.
Oh, okay.
And then the second time they,
I would imagine it sounds like an app.
yeah, I mean,
It's like where you
Key
like you
Calker?
buy Coke, but also meet other gay guys.
Key Calker. So you get a
Yeah, well, we met on Key Calker.
no, it's just like a little, like it's like a 3 mile long, maybe like 200 yards wide island. It's beautiful, but
Yeah.
so we bought weed the second time, and the sack was like really short, and we were like, "Come on, man!" Like, and the guy was like, "Shut up, boy," and you know, like just telling us to fuck off, and we kept on persisting, like, "Nah, come on, we've been cool," and he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna roll up the expensive smoke." We were like, "Okay, cool," and then we were in this bar, and he like rolled a joint across the room, and then he was like, "Come over."
Dude, trying to buy drugs in foreign countries is such a fucking risk, man. You know, that's not something that I would dare do if I ever went to another country, man. Like, there's nothing. I don't know, the idea of being locked up in another country. You know, there's a program like Locked Up Abroad or some shit. Dude, the idea of just being in another country and getting busted, like, with drugs, trying to buy drugs or smuggling drugs, that is so fucking terrifying, dude. Because you don't know. Very few countries in this world have legalized weed. Very, very few countries. It's not legal where I'm from. Of course, if you get caught with it over here, it's a problem. But there are ways to get out of it, you know. Illegal ways, illegal means to get out of it. But if it's your country, then you know about this stuff. But imagine just being in another country and getting caught, like trying to buy weed, bro, and not understanding their laws and how serious they take it, you know. And it's terrifying, man. It's terrifying. Like, I don't know how people just go to other countries and like wander about, like looking for someone to sell them weed, bro. You know, you don't know the situation. You don't know if they have like a real thing going on with trying to bust weed dealers. You know, you never know if you're going to encounter like an undercover cop or some shit. And just getting caught and having to deal with their legal system, not knowing how strict they are with that kind of stuff. It's fucking terrifying, dude. If I'm in another country, bro, I am staying clean, man. I am not even... Just stick to the legal stuff. Alcohol and whatever else that's legal. But bro... And not just that. It's also like... Just the security risk that is involved, man. If you say you're white, yeah? Or just... You don't have to be white. Just a foreigner, man, in another country. And people can just see that you're a foreigner, man. They can just see it on you, the way you act, the way you talk. They can tell that this dude is a fucking tourist, man. And you're out there trying to buy weed. You're obviously dealing. Of course, you're dealing with shady characters, you know. They might try to do some shit to you, man. They might fucking kidnap you, man. They might, you know, they might do very bad things to you, man. You know. Because you're in their world now, man. And you're like helpless. You're like new, you know. Dude, you go to other countries, just stay clean, bro. Just avoid that shit, man. Avoid that shit, bro. If you're with the locals and you're with your buddy there and you're going to get some stuff, then maybe. But just venturing on your own, trying to buy weed from random people, and you'll have to go to like shady areas, deal with shady characters. I don't know, man. It's not. I don't need it that much. I'd rather stay clean, stay safe. If you're going to risk it at home, bro. In foreign countries, just lay off, man. Lay off, man. It's not worth it, man.
And he goes, okay, I'm gonna.
I'm enjoying this a lot, man. It's very relaxing listening to these guys as I watch this guy drive around. I think this is GTA or something, so I love the style of this video.
Roll up the expensive smoke. We're like, okay, cool. And then we're in this bar, and he like rolled a joint across the room, and then he was like, come over here. And we like hit it, and I was like, this isn't like weed at all. There's no weed in this. It's just like tobacco and
That's another risk, man. Getting drugged, man.
something that tastes like marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it one more, and then I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, it's when you cook the cocaine up in rock. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And I stopped, and my friends kept smoking it. And I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we already smoked a little crack.
I love just
I'm out of cushy.
blasting coffee in the morning, getting myself really fucking wired, feeling like absolute dog shit, and then fixing it with different drugs.
With CBD, with
By
high
smoking,
quality CBD
yeah,
from Cushy
which
Dreams.
I used to when I was in my drinking days. The fucking that 11 a.m. to noon switch when you go from too much coffee to when the boozing starts.
Little fucking whiskey.
And the booze and the coffee do the like arm wrestler in front of the globe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you get like 20 minutes where it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where it's the best.
Where you found your cocktail.
And then the alcohol starts winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had one day I was in some museum and I had drank too.
That's very interesting what Nick just said there. My experience with alcohol is very weird. Like, I know a lot of people who drink. For me, the one thing I don't like about booze is, dude, it doesn't take long for me to just start feeling sleepy and stuff, man. Like, I don't like that, bro. That's one thing I don't like about booze, man. Or just alcohol in general, is the sleepiness, it doesn't take long for me to like just get all sleepy and stuff, and I hate that, man. Like, what's the point, man? What's the point of this amazing feeling if I'm just going to sleep, yeah, man. It's a good feeling, of course, and the getting super drunk, that's when the world is literally like spinning on you, bro. I hate that shit so much, man. I hate that shit so much. Usually you want to find that sweet spot where you're buzzing, you're tipsy, but then the problem is the sleeping, man. Just feeling like you want to sleep. It's just I hate that so much. Now combining coffee sounds like a good idea, man, but it sounds short-lived the way they say it,
Too much coffee. And then
your cocktail.
And then the alcohol starts winning.
Yeah, I had one day I was in some museum and I had drank too much coffee, and then I started drinking beer in the museum cafe.
Respect.
And I started getting a little drunk.
Getting drunk off $11 museum
Yes.
beers.
Yeah. And I was like, this is great.
This rocks.
It's a perfect morning.
I love culture.
I'm a genius. I'm an intellectual, and I'm trashed. Just going up to women like, you ever look at this painting?
What's up, bitch? You ever talk about Picasso?
Ah, the museum. Get away from
At the like Natural History Museum, talking about paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the fuck? Where are these gay ass rocks here?
And Frank, her diary, I've read it. So. Get away, Masha. Come with us, please. Sir, do not talk to my daughter. She's not allowed to have sex with anyone but me. Only I will have sex with my daughter as part of a lease agreement. If you want to fuck my daughter, it's 12-month lease on the pussy. We need first and last month. And
Security.
40 times income.
I did good my first 2 days there, and then the third day I did acid, and I just ate like 12 po' boys, dude.
You ate on acid?
Oh yeah, coming down.
Oh, coming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
coming down because I hadn't eaten anything all fucking day, and then I hit the fucking vape pen, and then your boy ate so many po' boys.
That's genuinely the biggest threat for me with weed is that like I am actually insatiable. Like I don't have it. I don't have.
You get the munchies?
Oh, so bad.
I never get the munchies.
I don't have an addictive personality, but I understand addiction when I'm high and like want some cinnamon toast crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
like,
man, I could eat a fucking family pack of Cocoa Puffs cereal, dude. When
like
you're
I
fucking
get not
stoned,
being able to think about anything else.
it rules. It's when I'm only happy. That's the only time in my life I'm happy is when I'm eating, and then when I feel like shit afterwards, just on my couch, like watching a fucking basketball game. That's the best feeling of my life. I wish I could just do that always, but I can't. I have to live a normal life.
Yeah.
God, I mean that's probably what being drunk was like, right?
No, not really.
Wasn't that
What
when
was
you were
being
happy?
drunk like for you?
I mean, I just enjoy being drunk. It's
Yeah,
like-
you felt happy,
Did
right?
you feel bad the next day?
Oh, always. But then you
Always.
just start drinking again immediately.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And you're like, well, I don't give a shit anymore.
Fuck, man.
Didn't
Yeah.
you tell me once you like wrecked someone's shower while drunk and didn't remember it?
Their shower?
Yeah,
I wrecked
yeah.
someone's
No, like,
bathtub.
yeah,
I
what-
did.
Oh wait, no, it was you.
It was me, yeah. It was in high school. I got drunk as shit. I drank a whole like eighth. What is that? What they're called?
Yeah, an eighth of
A
alcohol.
handle?
Yeah.
What's a
Yeah,
handle?
definitely.
An
You
eighth
sound like
is
a
some-
real drinker.
No,
do you boys
A
want to
fifth.
get a
It's a
dime
fifth,
bag
a
of
fifth,
beer?
yeah.
A fifth. I don't drink as much anymore. But when I was in high school, you know, you're like trying to show off
You
and
just
show
drink
that you're
vodka?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Just
just would drink a
cups.
whole
Yeah.
fifth because I was also fat. So it's like,
Disgusting.
and also like,
I
you
used
know,
to drink so much vodka when I was a teenager.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you drink when you're a teenager.
I-
I can't drink it anymore.
I
Dude,
drink a
Captain-
handle
I
of
like
Tito's to
vodka.
drink fucking Tito's right out of the goddamn bottle.
Disgusting.
Captain Morgan was my shit in high school.
I like a Cape Cod. I like to drink like an Episcopalian minister's wife, but really it's just vodka cranberry. That's the only.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like.
I settled on fucking Bullet on the Rocks, and that was like
Ah.
that was always the
Bourbon.
best drink. Yeah,
It's too
But
sweet
after-
for
I
I'm a
me.
know,
tequila
I
boy
like it.
now.
It's
You
good.
guys, the Bullet is not sweet.
I'm a tequila
there's
soda.
also,
Bourbon,
like,
you know, like
no
Southern
point.
Comfort.
There's also like no point in drinking Bullet all night. Like you have two of it, and then after that, you might as well start drinking shitty stuff.
No, you can drink that shit all night. You can.
but like
you
you're
already
not gonna
fucked
appreciate
on
it.
Yeah, I guess not.
You're
But
not gonna taste
I recently
anything.
I'm
got
like a
in-
baby, and all alcohol tastes bad to me. This
I
sounds
like
good.
scotch.
It's like a good nice rum is
That's
good.
true.
A good
I
rum
like a
is
spiced
good. A
rum.
good tequila is good.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I like scotch.
I'm a tequila soda boy now. I'm like a SoCal wine.
Scotch I never got into because it always tasted like
Like, they
smoky.
took bourbon
I
and
like
they
that shit,
poured
actually.
Peaty.
swamp
Yeah.
water in
I
it.
like
No,
peaty
it-
scotch.
It,
Dude,
tastes
so
like
good.
it tastes like
And
the
they ruined it.
adhesive on boxing tape.
No.
I like
That's what Scotch
Lefroy,
smells
that's the
like.
Only Scotch
Lefroy
I like.
is really good.
Yeah.
I have a single malt Lefroy 12 year that I
Oh.
forgot about, and I found.
It's Lafag
and I drank
when Adam
Lafag,
did that.
yes. And I drank during Game 7 when the Dodgers were getting their shit pushed in. But
Adam
Whoa,
was also,
homophobic.
Adam was also getting his shit pushed
Homophobic.
in.
But
by a
lot of it's
lesbian
very
woman.
bad.
He
A lot
shits out of his
Scotch just
vagina.
tastes like swamp water.
yeah, bad like blended Scotch doesn't taste good, but like the good Scotch tastes like the best alcohol.
That might be the only thing where I'm like, no, you gotta get the good stuff.
What you have for
Bourbon like
lunch?
for
I
a
like
while
bourbon.
was like too popular, right? They were like
That's
running.
only
They're like
that's a thing
bourbon
that
bars.
you
I worked
think
at a
of.
bourbon bar.
No, oh, I can't drink this. It's too. Blake
No,
overheard,
no, I wasn't.
Blake overheard some girl one time.
No, you
at
just
a,
cut me
a
off. No,
coffee
they-
shop in Austin. She goes, "Yeah, I can't eat sriracha anymore because it's too mainstream."
No, but like
That's
it was
you.
because like a
No.
lot of people started making it, and most of it was bad.
What
No,
sriracha?
no.
No,
Bourbon.
because bourbon.
bourbon.
No,
like it got
you
popular.
mean like
so a
bourbon
lot of people
microbrews.
start- yeah.
I think there was actually a shortage of bourbon because became too popular that they were like running out of bourbon because you need like
That's
12
why-
years to make it.
That's
I don't
why
remember
Katz's.
that.
Or like
that's
8
why
years.
delicatessens don't really exist outside of like the one or two.
Yeah,
that-
there's
that
2
are-
left.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Carnegie closed down.
There's Second
it's-
Avenue and
What is a delicatessen? Because there's a movie called Delicatessen, I think. I haven't watched it. I think I know of a movie. I probably saw it on a list somewhere. A movie called Delicatessen, man. Probably something I need to watch, man. But what is that? What is a delicatessen? Sounds like an eatery, some sort of eatery, man.
brisket delicatessens don't really exist outside of like the one or two.
Yeah, there's two left.
Yeah, because Carnegie closed down.
There's Second Avenue and
It's
Cassis.
because brisket is so fucking expensive
Yep.
because of Texas barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Texas like made beef so expensive, like shitty cuts of beef really
Yeah.
expensive by making such good barbecue.
Uh-huh.
Really?
That everyone went nuts for it, and it like drove up beef prices.
Damn.
When
I
I moved,
thought like the actual like to actually make brisket, it takes a really long time, right?
It takes a long time, but I mean, if you have like a steady supply of the brisket coming in, the preparation time doesn't affect like cost or availability.
Right.
It's like the beef prices go up, and then all the guys that work at Katz's are like union There's some like meat carving union.
Nice.
That
yeah.
rules.
Yeah, they all get paid like a shit.
It's a
ton
good
of fucking
job.
money.
Damn, I want to
Yeah.
get that job.
But
Fuck.
Katz's overhead is like half of what a normal restaurant.
Well,
They
is.
that's
don't
the
make-
sandwiches are expensive as shit.
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
make that much money too.
Yeah, they don't. Their like margin is like 15%, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
We should go to Cassis sometime. I got Cassis for my party.
I know I
You
missed it
gotta
all.
go with like a lot of people though, because like you gotta split things because they're so big.
The best move is don't get the sandwiches pre-made because those are like $25. Just get the meat and then like a loaf of bread
Get
and
some
then the
rice.
fixins and just make your own shit.
I hope we don't find out that those kinds of Jews are also pedophiles. That would be disappointing.
That would ruin
Deli
it.
Jews.
Deli Jews.
They're the
No,
only
they have
good
never
ones.
hurt
The
anyone.
deli or the pickle Jews. If we find out they're also raping children, I would be heartbroken.
Oh, the kosher dill Jews are definitely
yeah.
pedos.
The bank ones
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mind. The Holly ones I don't mind. But
yeah.
What other
don't
style?
please don't take sandwiches away from me.
It was
How
crazy.
about the big pizza slice? That's fun, huh?
You mean in
An
DC?
No, an inflate for like a pool.
Oh, I thought you meant jumbo
Yeah.
slice. I thought we were talking about
Oh.
local things again.
Yeah, I remember this. Trying to sober up before driving with jumbo slices. That would be my move.
Yeah,
I would drink
just
like
getting
Yeah, the grease,
indigestion.
dude, the grease
just
is gonna
drinking
sober
all night
me up.
long and then having like, well, if I have a jumbo slice,
yeah, I'm so.
I'm good to drive.
Salute to a man that
That
I've
shit
never
wasn't even
seen
good.
drunk drive is without any fucking care in the world. It just was your plan to drunk drive. Like went into the day like, well, I'll go home. I'll get fucked up. And I'll just drive drunk. I was like, okay. It got to the point where I was like, yeah, no, he's just going to do that.
Well, that's not true. But I mean, for the most part, like, you know, if I had to drive any kind of significant distance, I wasn't doing it. And a lot of like the drunk driving I did, it was like, you know, from fucking Wonderland to Dana's house in
Yeah,
Edwards.
a couple
It's-
blocks.
It's like 5 blocks. I'm never going over 15 miles per hour.
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah. No, but I just remember being like, yeah, I'll just take my car, man. It's cool. I'll follow you.
Yeah, I mean, once you start doing that shit, it's like,
yeah, who cares?
yeah.
Listen, you got out, brother.
Mhm.
It's like Bubs didn't get AIDS
Yeah.
after being a you never got pinched. You never.
Yeah. Well,
There was that
hopefully-
time you almost got right. You got caught being drunk, driving the wrong way on the
I
highway.
did, yeah. There was that one
And
time.
you just sweet talked your way out of it.
Somehow.
You sucked the cop's dick.
Somehow the I guess the one time white privilege was ever real.
Yeah.
'Cause for the most part it isn't.
It's fake.
But the fact that I could talk my way out of a DUI.
That happened.
On the wrong side, right?
Yeah.
Wrong side of the road, drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Me and my friends started driving onto an off ramp of the freeway.
Hell yeah.
And then we realized that it was the off ramp and we were smoking a joint and both drunk.
Hell yeah.
And then we got pulled over immediately. We like did a U-turn on an off ramp. It was like a mess. And then we got pulled over immediately. And then my friend just said to the cop, we were trying to find P.F. Chang's. And the cop was like, it's like a couple blocks away.
Have a good day, boys.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Let us off completely.
the comedy club in Austin,
Yeah.
they would put comics up at this fucking hotel that was like 4 blocks.
Mhm.
Literally 4 blocks. But it was you have to drive.
Oh yes. Because in like it's like in a mall, like
Well,
strip
the
mall.
club's
sort
there,
of.
and the club is right next to 183.
Yes.
And underneath 183, there's like a service, like an access road that runs underneath 183, and then there's on ramps onto the highway. So there's like these big like medians and
There's like jug handle turn left things. Too.
yeah, kind of that shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, and I don't know if you'd like one. So there's a comic,
A comic.
funny guy, but like he was driving from Cap City to the hotel, which is like you could walk there in like 10 minutes.
He's like, I'll just fucking drive my car over to the parking lot so it doesn't get towed overnight in front of
Right.
the comedy club. And he like missed the turn and like made a U-turn. And while making a U-turn in the thing, they pull him over and he got a fucking DUI.
Oh, my, I would
Driving,
kill
driving from Cap City to the hotel, which is like you could walk there in like 10 minutes. He's like, I'll just fucking drive my car over to the parking lot so it doesn't get towed overnight in front of the comedy club. And he like missed the turn and like made a U-turn. And while making a U-turn in the thing, they pull him over and he got a fucking DUI.
Oh, my, I would
Driving,
kill myself.
driving like it can't even be like
a 3-minute
half
drive.
mile.
Yeah. Damn, that's what he gets for not exercising.
And it's just like
Being
if
green.
women are allowed to get abortions, I think men should be allowed to drive drunk.
Yeah, I
Women
think
shouldn't be allowed
that
to drive
levels
drunk.
out.
But no, I mean, there's got to be something that we're allowed to get away with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think moving to Brooklyn was good for me.
Mm.
Living in Manhattan was great.
Go back.
I hate Brooklyn, dude.
Brooklyn sucks because I used to go to I would go to the I would have nothing to do, so it's like, oh, I'll go get dim sum.
Yep.
And I would sit in Chinatown and
You'd
like
walk around. We
read-
used to get that dim sum place all the time.
Yeah,
with
read
the
at
noodles.
a Chinese restaurant, and then maybe like
I
if
want dim
wanted to.
sum.
There's like 4 fucking movie theaters right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I would just walk there, and now it's like going to movies. Like it's almost like living a suburban existence, but fucking Manhattan's right there.
Yeah.
You get the you're isolated like the suburbs, but you don't have a fucking big yard.
Yeah.
And like
That
all
is
the
true. You
cool
don't have the good
suburbs.
shit.
Yeah, I could have a fucking above ground pool. I could be drinking in that thing.
I think we know the solution, man.
Yeah, either the suburbs or back to Manhattan.
Back to drinking.
Yeah,
I was gonna say stay here but get drunk.
I've been having dreams about it.
About what? Going out
Drinking.
to the suburbs or drinking?
Yeah, no, I remember I had a dream. This is how fucking stupid I am, but like I had a dream. I was at some party or whatever, and there was a Solo cup filled with like, beer, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like out loud, I was like, "I'm so thirsty, I need some water." And then I like drank as much of the beer as I could as fast as I can. I'm like, "Oh, this is beer." Like in the dream, it's like I accidentally like to no one. Just in the dream, being like, "Oh, I accidentally drank an entire cup of beer."
That was you to yourself, dude.
Yeah, right.
That was just you
Just
slowly
deeply
sneaking in.
my subconscious.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Enough of this.
I
gay
need
shit.
water. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna start drinking again. I'm gonna slide
Nick,
back.
don't
in.
do
I mean it. Give me a shot.
Let's hear him out.
I just need one. I just
Let's
get
hear
one
them out.
chance.
We'll give him 3 months.
If I mess it up, fine. You get the farm. I walk away. That's the deal, and it's a good deal. It's a good deal. You just need to believe me. You just need to give me a shot. Just give me a chance. I'll prove it to everybody. I'll prove it to everybody I can do it. I probably could. I couldn't.
No, there's no way. Weren't you
We
saying
need-
you were
we need
reading
a
all those
reality
like
show
you were
where
reading like articles where it was like
I'm your sponsor.
no, he's not. He doesn't need a sponsor.
I don't need a fucking sponsor.
But weren't you reading articles where it was someone who was exactly the same? Was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna have a couple
Well,
drinks.
yeah, no, it was some woman that was saying like, because I do that every like 6 months or so. Because I mean, honestly, like what kept me sober for years was like I got sober when I was 24,
Right.
and I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit drinking till I'm 30, and I've been 30 for like a year now, and it's like, well, I mean, it was a project. It was like I'm going to be sober for the last half of my 20s and focus on what I'm
You've been
doing.
sober since 24?
20 since I was 24.
Damn.
So I was like, I'm going to focus on the shit that I'm doing and like.
Wait, didn't you just get sober again when we met?
No, well, we met
When he
5
first
years
moved,
ago.
dude.
No,
years
he
ago,
got
yeah.
sober before he moved here.
I got sober like
But
just
right
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like 5
The whole
years ago,
time, the
damn.
whole Baltimore D.C. era, my man was drunk as fuck.
Yeah,
But when I saw you down in New Orleans, you were sobs.
yeah. It was. I like got sober.
That was
and, like,
such a letdown. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to New Orleans with my biggest alcoholic friend,
Right? And then they're sober.
and
Dude,
then he's
getting
like,
sober
dude,
in your
dude, I
mid-20s
stopped
sucks.
drinking.
yeah,
It's fucking
You're like, yeah, I'm
terrible.
just gonna be silent on Sarah's iPad the entire trip.
yeah, yeah. But no, it was like it's like this is like it was like a like a tangible goal.
Right.
Just like get sober, focus on like my career or whatever. Like really try with stand up and not just like be drunk and have fun.
Yeah.
And
But then
now I
ev-
have like no friend. Like
well,
it's
what
just,
were you saying? You every 6 months you do what? You look into being able to drink again? Or
Oh yeah,
what?
yeah. So like I read like a fucking just like some Quora or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, well, can you drink again? Like what? Like And some lady was like, yeah, my husband was sober for a very long time, and then he started drinking again. Started off with just one drink on New Year's with friends, and I thought, you know what, that's fine or whatever. And then a couple weeks later, he wanted to have a glass of wine with dinner, and I thought, well, that's fine because I usually do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, by May, he wouldn't leave the basement.
Yeah, man.
It's like, yeah, that's probably exactly right. 'Cause the problem is that drinking rules.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the best.
It's fucking being drunk. Like I tell you, they're lit, and you probably can't disagree with me on this, but there is no greater feeling than first falling off the wagon.
Oh, dude.
Nothing.
The feeling from the
first
tip of
week
your
of a
toes
relapse?
to the top of your head.
Yeah.
Just that warm vodka blanket.
Dude, that's what happened. I was
That
fucking
first
so
line of coke.
Nothing feels
It's
better than when you fall
Yeah.
off the wagon, and it's like, this is what emotions are.
Dude,
you know,
could
it's
you-
like this.
could
is
you-
what,
Yeah,
this
but
sounds
then the
fucking,
thing is, you feel that guilt and shame, and you're like, well, I got to get rid of this, so you keep getting fucked
that
up.
doesn't happen to me till like the next day, because my problem is that I have like a consumption thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel great about drinking, but then as soon as I'm not actively drinking, I'm like, fuck, I'm losing it. I'm losing. Like,
so then
my-
you keep drinking.
Even though I could be, I would continue to be drunk. Your body's like
Mm-hmm.
still processing the fucking alcohol. You could have, you could just be a normal person and have 7 or 8 beers and relax.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like,
yeah,
I gotta
just a 12-pack and relax, like a normal person.
well, no, I mean,
What were you gonna say,
from
Adam?
3 p.m., a normal like drinking day of like 3 p.m. till fucking 11.
7 a.m.
7 or 8 beers is a normal amount.
7
of beer.
a.m. 7 a.m.
Well, the British would do that. I mean, back in
Sure.
the day,
It's
you would
continental
go
of
to, you
you.
would go to the pub. It's 4 a.m.
yeah, you do a shot and a beer, and then
You
go to the
pound on the
factory.
door of the pub at 11 a.m.
because you're shaking.
I know you're in there,
It's
Rocco!
more, it's more shaking than pounding.
All right, lads. Time to go to the factory. We top up before factory starts. Take a break out at noon. Back to the pub before heading to the
Well,
factory
if you
for
get the
another
shakes,
12 hours.
you're a better welder if you're an
Yeah.
iron worker. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so that's what you gotta do. What were you gonna say, Adam?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I just know that I've been on the road.
Yeah, when you have a shitty
nonstop.
job going to work drunk, you're like,
Oh, it's the
I'm
best.
Neo,
Oh,
dude.
going
I'm
to-
fucking Neo. I beat the
Going to-
system.
yeah, I would
Dude,
go
do
to
you know
work
how
so
many? Do you know
high.
how many phone calls I had to make to go to my car to get vodka out of my glove box when I was a carpenter?
Yeah.
Fucking rule, dude.
This drunk carpenter.
Yeah, just
I
sloshing
have to go
around.
use my car phone.
Yeah. Do you know how many times I was like, oh, I need to go get a tool at my house
Dude,
to
I
go
worked
get
at- I
more
worked at a-
drugs?
I worked at a call center, and I would show up to the call center drunk, but they let me work from home at a certain point, and it was like bad move.
Of course.
Yeah,
dude.
Yo.
Crazy.
And I would start because like my shift, I would pick the earliest shift I could, so I would get out earlier.
Yeah.
So it was like usually I would do like the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift. It was just
Uh-huh.
whatever an 8-hour block is. And I would like go get like I would go to the beer store like 10 a.m. or
Yes.
whatever. And then by the end of the shift, just like falling asleep on calls.
Yes.
And it's like the afternoon.
Yes.
And it's like, well, then I'm going to take a nap and then like go hang out with friends and do the real drinking.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
yeah,
dude,
that's the
I had
warm
a-
up.
And
I
it
had-
doesn't
That's
even happen.
practice.
And then it's like I'm blacked out and passed out by 7 p.m. Everybody's like, okay, time to go have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've pissed myself.
Well, my favorite thing, and we talked about this a little bit, is like, so I've been on the road the whole month, and the first 2 weekends I was really good. I was like eating while I was exercising.
Right.
The last 2 weekends, dude, it just
that
broke
slow
me.
road
And
depression.
it's just like I'm
Yeah.
on the schedule of get so fucked up. Right, you're after the show, you crush. You know, you're trying to fuck. You're just getting
You
drinks.
keep that high going.
You keep the high going. You're getting
Yup.
fucked up. If you fuck and then you get to and then like just have
I
a
know. That's
nasty
why I blew a
meal.
Chinaman in Norway.
Dude,
Fucking keep that high going.
Well, then you're so hungover.
I have such a fond memory of being in like somewhere near Fort Stockton, Texas, in like an Econo Lodge in like the middle of nowhere in West Texas. Like I got a gas station burrito and one of those like the Budweiser like 32 ounce, like they're 40 or whatever.
Yup.
And I was just drinking and eating that microwave burrito, and I tried to beat off, and there was a mirror in the hotel room, and I was just like, gross. I just couldn't do it.
Oh, that's great.
yeah, dude.
To
Well,
by myself.
it's
Yeah, dude, being
I
on
love
that
it.
last
And
leg
then-
of being on the road is just so
When you
fucking,
give up,
it hits.
That's why I'm so happy. Right, I'm in the first week and a half of a relapse where I'm like, I just get, and you spend all day in bed, hungover as shit. So I'm like, you have to drink a bunch of water. You have to like do everything you can to get ready for the show. But when the show rolls around, you feel awesome because you've napped all day. You drank like I ate healthy today.
overcome the
I've
previous
eaten like
day's
salads or like
travesties.
green juices.
Yeah.
And then I have a coffee right before I get on stage. So then you have the coffee plus the fucking
Right.
adrenaline. You're like, time to get fucked up.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah, yeah.
nothing better than the second you get off stage and you're peaking for the day and you're like, all right, let's see where this goes.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
Well,
I
that's
got
why-
so drunk.
That's
as
why I
fucking
just
last show.
chain smoke cigarettes and drink coffee when I'm on the road because it's like I just stay up because I want to keep that feeling going.
Well,
And I just
yeah.
like don't. But see,
It's hard, dude. The feeling it feels so good.
I know.
It's hard to get to bed,
Well,
even when you're
that's
being
that's
healthy.
why, like, I used to go out and try to fuck, and I don't do that. And I'm like proud of myself because that can be like destructive in itself.
for sure,
You know.
But in the beginning, it's awesome. Just getting so
I'm
drunk
hungover
with a
right
hot
now.
girl.
I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
Oh,
you have a nice
Adam!
Monday.
Did you
I
get
had
it
a nice
in?
Monday? No, I didn't get it in. I was mature.
What'd you do?
Just got drunk. Just
We
got
didn't
drunk.
smash.
It's crazy how little self control I have. I had like a birthday cake sitting around for my birthday that never got made, and I made cupcakes yesterday. I made 24 cupcakes.
Oh, birthday cake mix.
Yeah, I made 24
Oh,
cupcakes,
nice.
and out of the 24, guess how many I ate in one sitting?
11.
14.
Actually, yes, exactly 11.
Wow.
That's why we're such good friends, dude.
And then guess how long it took to eat the rest of them?
About 12 hours.
So they're already gone.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I underestimated you.
24 cupcakes.
Shit, I'm about to go buy cake mix and make cake now.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. That sounds awesome.
No, that was not the moral of the story. That was not.
You just reminded Sav of the concept of the cupcake.
Note to self: eat 24 cupcakes.
I read you loud and clear, Chief.
Mhm.
That's what I had a conversation with my therapist, and he was like, "Are you even enjoying when you go on like a bender?"
Shut up!
And no.
Be quiet.
No. He was like,
Are
and
you
I was like,
doing
you know
therapy
what?
over the phone now?
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
This
I'm doing
is a
phone.
while ago. I do Zoom now, but this was a while ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm not. And he was like, and then what I took from that is, you know what, I'm gonna enjoy these fucking benders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a nice time. I'm gonna stop
That's
feeling
what he
bad.
was trying to tell
Well,
you.
honestly, that is the first step. Is like you should figure out like, because if you can reassociate it with like, I shouldn't deprive myself of things that I actually enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Then you can. I feel personally, based on nothing and not being an expert in any way, that like you do want to just like reassociate, because it's with like drinking. The healthiest thing would probably to be able to establish some degree of moderation and be able to. The reason moderation doesn't work is if you're like an alcoholic and you like, well, I'm going to just have 2 beers.
Yeah.
It's like you're forcing yourself to only have those 2 beers, and you're like you either hate
You're not
yourself
enjoying the 2 beers
for
at
caving,
all.
you're not enjoying it. It's like
Yeah.
you kind of want to like, if there's a way, but like, okay, have as many beers as you should be able to get to a place where you're like, you can have as many beers as you want, and eventually naturally you only want 2 beers.
Mm.
You know, with the same thing with like binge eating, it's like the healthiest thing would be if you're like, yeah, if I want cupcakes, I can have cupcakes, but then you only have 2 cupcakes.
Right.
You know,
But I'll be having
which
24.
may be impossible. Exactly, you're gonna eat the entire box.
Yeah.
Because once it's done, it's out of the way.
It's gone.
It's now. I don't need to have it hanging over my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have this kind of thought process with anything else in my life.
Nope.
It's not work where I'm like, well, if I get it done now, I don't have to worry about it. I'm not that guy. But when
Not
it
at
comes
all.
to consuming something I shouldn't have access to,
All I think about.
it's like if I have 24 cupcakes today, then tomorrow I'm going to have 0 cupcakes.
Right. Exactly. It's like, oh, I have a lot of ice cream in my house. I better eat all of it now so that tomorrow I don't eat any ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cocaine logic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got to do this whole thing, so tomorrow I can't do.
It's
more.
insane that your brain will do that, and you
Yeah.
listen to your brain.
And I'm like, that makes sense.
It makes 0
That's
sense.
smart.
And still, I'm like, you're right. I should finish Luigi's Mansion. I should finish it.
The deals you make.
I don't
with
even
yourself.
enjoy it.
No.
Yeah, you don't enjoy anything.
No.
Joylessly. In fact, some of my darkest moments were in that same cafeteria that I was telling you where those nerds were, where I'm just like getting in line to get a cheesesteak for lunch, and I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's not even after I've eaten it, I've regretted it. On the way to order it, I'm like, this isn't what I want.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I do want, so at least we'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. This is really good, man. For some reason, I really enjoyed watching this dude drive around in this game. I don't know which game it is. I don't know if it's just a driving game. Let me know which game that was. It looked very relaxing, man. Just driving around. Sometimes that's what you want to do in a game. Sometimes, sometimes you just want to drive around. Like Euro Truck Simulator. It just lets you drive trucks around. Sometimes it's fun, You don't have to be shooting and fucking racing everyone. Sometimes it's cool to just play games like that. Anyway, it's a really good listen, man. Them talking about, booze and getting super fucked up, trying to quit, relapsing. I don't know about you guys, man, but for me, I have an addictive personality, man. So I really have to watch myself whenever I start to enjoy something, because I tend to overdo things that I enjoy, So I really have to to be careful about stuff, stuff that I enjoy, stuff that releases endorphins and dopamine and all that, because it's a very big likelihood of me just coming back to stuff, Luckily, I don't enjoy alcohol that much, because of the sleepiness, yeah, because of the sleepiness, man. I don't like drinking alone and stuff at parties. Not big on parties, but in social occasions maybe. But like alone and stuff, I can't do it that much, because I'll just fucking sleep, man, and it seems like a waste, man. Seems like a waste. This is really fun, man. I didn't know Nick was like sober and stuff, fact that he managed to go. I know some people don't care about drinking for some reason. Even when they try, it's not something that they do. Yeah, and those people are so fucking lucky. If you're like that, you're lucky, man. Some people, man, when they drink, they just want to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And for him to go, or to be sober from the age of 24 to 30, fucking impressive, man. Fucking impressive. But it's all about knowing yourself and knowing the kind of person you are. If you're the kind of person that whose life could get derailed by this shit, then if you know that about yourself and you make a decision and you decide, this is how I'm going to handle this, I'm not going to touch it, blah blah blah, that's good. That's very commendable, man. Very commendable. Damn. Really fun, but it's not all about drinking and stuff. Like Stav was saying about about food there, man. It applies to everything. It applies to everything, man. It's a really good video, a very fun lesson. Yeah. Sometimes you get numb to this shit. Sometimes you do something so much, like the drinking and stuff, and then you get to a point where it stops being fun. You realize, I'm just doing it now just to do it. I don't really enjoy it like I used to, and yeah, and you really experience that, like in your early 20s, when you're in high school, you're really curious. For me in high school, I was super super fucking curious about drinking. I remember when I first drank, I really overdid it, man, because it was my first time drinking, and I didn't know that I should pace myself, and I should pace myself. So I drank this. I don't know. Here they sell some liquors that are just so fucking potent, bro. Like the alcohol in some of the stuff here is so fucking high, man. The percentage, man. I think I wonder how much alcohol. I don't know. Let me see. Tequila alcohol content. $40. This is it, man. A lot of the stuff that you find in like shops over here, we have shops called wines and spirits. We drink spirits. I don't know, but they're mostly around this 40% alcohol capacity, I think. Tequila is a type of liquor. The main ingredient is a Mexican agave plant. The alcohol concentration is typically about 40. Yeah. That's, I don't know, man. Whenever I drink, that's the shit I drink, man. That kind of capacity, that kind of concentration right there. 40, 41, 42. But very rarely, man. But back in the day, though, right after high school, for some years right after high school, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, I was drinking a lot then, and it was mostly this kind of stuff, this kind of, we call them spirits over here. I don't know what you guys call them in your countries, man. But the alcohol concentration is usually around there, 40, 41, 42, right around there, man. So beer basically just, beer does nothing for me, man. Beer is like a waste of time, man. Because it's a lot of drinking. It takes a lot of beer to get me drunk, So I end up just drinking a lot of bottles of beer or cans without feeling anything, and it's like a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You have to keep going to the loo to pee, and you're not really getting to that spot where you want to go. So most people who are like that tend to go for stuff like this, the 40% area right there, and that gets them to that zone quicker. But like I said, man, the sleeping and that drowsiness really sucks, man. It really fucking sucks. Relapsing, man. Unfortunately, a lot of relapsing stories tend to be really sad, because you've gone for a while without touching the stuff, and then something happens and you fall off the wagon, like they said, and it's an amazing feeling, but what follows is just, feeling like shit, man. Especially if you are sober for a long time, and then you just fall off the wagon, and it's all that work and done, man. You feel you hate yourself, and you end up going even deeper because of that self-hatred, feeling like shit. Oh, fuck this up. I just threw away like years or whatever months of sobriety. Now I'm back here in square one. Sucks, man. But what can you do, man? Just gotta keep trying, man. Keep trying. But if you can moderate, if you can handle it, if you can pace yourself and control it, then by all means have fun, man. Have fun. It starts being bad when it starts affecting your health and your productivity in your work, just in life in general. That's when it becomes a problem. But if you can keep all that in check and in control, and then by all means, man, have some fun, man. Fuck it. I don't know what else to say about this. Good video. Steven Seagal, shout out. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share. Check out my Patreon, man, for early access to the videos, and to the videos, man. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.